This episode of Getting Geeky with Game Relief, Family Funday Friday, is proudly being powered by Kolossal Games, who has a new game on Kickstarter for a couple more days. Terrors of London, a Victorian horror-themed competitive deck builder. They were going for $12,000. Right now, they're just shy of $84,000. And there's still about 3 days to go, 2 probably when you hear this depending. They end this Sunday, the 19th of August. So definitely check out Terrors of London, coming to you from Kolossal Games, the other game or company, or both, that is proudly powering Getting Geeky with Game Relief and Family Funday Friday is No Escape from OOMM Board Games. Can you escape Titan Station? No Escape is a fast-paced strategic maze-building tile game for 2 to 8 players. Use actions against each other. Play maze tiles to increase the maze for your opponents, and move using a creative dice system. A game takes approximately 30 minutes, and it has easy setup and takedown time, which makes it an ideal game for travel or family events. Be the first to find the escape pod. For everyone else, there is no escape. Coming to Kickstarter near you, either the 30th of August or the 4th of September. Be on the lookout so you can make the escape before your friends. Now let's get on with the show, shall we?
Getting Geeky with Game Relief, the podcast in which one man strives to level up his geekhood and helping you do the same, one battle at a time. Now, let's get geeky with Game Relief.
Dive deeper, Captain.
But why?
Because if we don't watch out, that blasted barbarian leaf will sink our submarine.
Dang the torpedoes in full speed ahead.
So we have a problem.
What's that?
We have no propeller. He took that out.
What about the mortars?
Out of commission.
Well, then we're all gonna die, huh?
It appears so.
Dang it. Did that sound familiar to you guys? It didn't to me neither. But this is a story of Torpedo Dice, a new game that will be coming out from Stratus Games in this winter's episode of Casual Game Isider that is put out quarterly by Casual Game Revolution. And if you hang on until after Kickstarter Corner, then you too will be able to hear what me and a few of the Leafs thought of Torpedo Dice. Now, let's jump into the next part of the show.
What is this place? What is it doing here in the Leafs computer? Oh, it's Kickstarter Corner with the Leafs.
Quite a few games on Kickstarter this time of year. We are bringing you a few of them here on Getting Geeky with Game Relief's Kickstarter Corner, especially if you like role-playing games. Speaking of role-playing games, the first one deals with that. It's Dungeon Delve number 2, Dungeons of the Dread Wyrm. Fantasy role-playing module for 1st and 2nd edition of D&D, BECMI D&D, OSRIC, DCC, Pathfinder, Labyrinth Lord, Swords and Wizardry, and other OSR rule sets. They're over 800% past the goal they were going for, and you have a little bit of time to jump in on this, as at the time of this recording, they have about 62 hours to go, so probably by the time you hear that, in between there and 50 hours to go, depending on when you're listening to this episode. But if you like it, go ahead and jump on, at least check out the Kickstarter. We'll leave links in the show notes so you can see what's going on there. Speaking of role-playing games, another one that is new to the role-playing realm is Necrotopia, Handbook to the Apocalypse. Necrotopia is a pen and paper role-playing game. They're releasing a complete 30-page color rule set book with original artwork. And there's still 9 days to go as this one goes through Sunday, the 26th of August. And I believe if you jump over to check out the Giveaway Geek, that he has a giveaway going on in regards to this great role-playing game as well. So check that out as well if you want to do that. A reminder, we're also doing a giveaway. We've teamed up with Logan Chops Reviews, the Giveaway Geek, as well as Board Game News to bring you Hitler's Reich, which is one of the top games on BGG's hotness list. So check that out as well while you're perusing the giveaways over there at the Giveaway Geek. Next, are you a sports fan? Even if you're not, you should definitely check out All-Star Lineup Baseball, fast-paced tabletop baseball. We had the creator Craig on the show a while back ago, and All-Star Lineup Baseball is a fast-paced head-to-head or solo baseball action for your tabletop. They have reached their goal on Kickstarter, and there's still 2 weeks to go to back this great project. I believe you can play about 80% of the game without backing. You can go ahead and download it and see what it's like. See if it's something you like, and then if you like it, go ahead and back it, and then you can play your baseball on the tabletop. Back to the role-playing atmosphere, or back to the role-playing genre. Dark Naga, OSR Haunting of Hastur modules. All 5 parts of the Haunting of Hastur series in print for the OSR, or old school rules, as we found out on Monday's episode as we sat down with Kevin to talk all about it. So if you want to go ahead and, if you missed that, definitely jump back there and go ahead and listen to our interview where we sat down with Kevin from Dark Naga Adventures to talk all about it. Now, what else do we got? There's a few others you might be pleased to hear of on the Kickstarters this week. Let me go ahead and tell you all about them. Can you pat your head, rub your belly, and name all the planets in our solar system with time running down? If you can, do you or do you not include Pluto? I guess that would be a determining factor if we can still be friends. Do you like laughing with others while they try to compete and complete other fun and bizarre tasks while trying to answer these questions? Then you might want to check out Survival of the Dummies. It's a party game for underachievers. In this trivia-based party game, teams take turns answering questions while being distracted by ridiculous or frustrating instructions. Back the full game on Kickstarter, or try it before you pledge with a free full game on Kickstarter. And you can get that in-home demo at survivalofthedummies.com. Like usual, we'll leave all the links in the show notes so you don't have to leave the show, if you will. Next is a new game that just barely launched to Kickstarter a couple days ago, in fact, Battle Bosses. And we had the creator, Alex, on a couple weeks back. You can go back and listen to that as well if you want to find out a little bit about it. But Battle Bosses is a multiplayer miniature battle arena game for 2 to 6 players where each player controls an epic boss and their minions. Right now they're at about, they're at 10,000 out of their $45,000 goal, but not to worry. You still have 28 days to get in on the magic of this one, and that leaves you through the 14th of September. So definitely check out Battle Bosses by Kesco over there on the Kickstarters. If you've been following Getting Geeky with Game Relief or myself for any length of time, then you probably know that I'm a big Cthulhu fan. In that case, I also have a hard time with time. I tell people I have short-term memory loss. See, I almost forgot what I had. Short-term memory loss before Dory even did. So this next one's perfect for me. The Year of Cthulhu 2019 calendar. Coming to you from OOMM Games. It's a calendar featuring Cthulhu and Mythos Strangeness, featuring the artwork of Evgeny Maloshenkov. 12 fantastic images for 2019. They've reached their goal and there's still 13 great days to get in on this Kickstarter, as it doesn't end until Thursday the 30th of 2018. So, if you like Cthulhu like I do, definitely check out the Year of Cthulhu, a 2019 calendar. Next we have, did you like Truth or Dare growing up? Do you want to bring your kids in on the fun? Well, in this game by Jackwagon, players perform challenges to earn Badonka dollars. The most money after 60 to 90 minutes wins. And with Getting Geeky with Game Relief, you know this is a family show. So, the one we are promoting for them is a PG-13 model. Parents strongly caution, some material may be inappropriate for children under 13. So, if you want to play the family-friendly option, like we would, play with the green challenge deck only by removing all of the jacked-up cards and excluding the Jackwagon deck, our family-friendly version. Acceptable for teens, ages 13 to adult. So we would suggest option 1, and that's on Kickstarter, like usual. We'll leave a link in the show notes. They've reached their goal. In fact, at the time of recording, they're $40 over their goal that they're going, and there's still 30 days to get in on this one. So definitely check that out. And then let's see if there's any others. No, I believe that's it on this week's of Getting Geeky with Game Relief. Now, if you're still with us, and I hope you are, well, I know you are, you can go ahead and see what me and the other Leafs thought of Torpedo Dice by Stratus Games, a prototype, but will be released in, well, the winter issue of Casual Game Isider that comes to you quarterly from Casual Game Revolution, a magazine about casual games. Now let's go ahead and see what the Leafs had to say about this game.
Welcome back to Getting Geeky with Game Relief. I am Princess Leaf, here to give you a review on Torpedo Dice by Brother James, and it's from Stratus Games, Torpedo Dice. So basically you have a submarine. Now on to time with Princess Leaf. Today we're talking about Torpedo Dice. So basically there's a submarine and you're trying to attack your opponents. There are 8 things that you're supposed to use. So you have, let's see, time was ticking at Torpedo Dice. Can you buy it enough? Is it on Kickstarter? We don't know these answers, but we can know them for you. Is it still up? Let's check our... Oh! Yay! Okay, guys, I am so new at this. I do not know what I'm looking for. Okay, so anyway, we're going to talk about Torpedo Dice. So is it on Kickstarter? Let me guess. Let me think. Let me think about this. What is on Kickstarter? I bet it's on Kickstarter. If you ask my dad, maybe it's on Kickstarter. I don't know if it is on Kickstarter or not. Actually, it's not on Kickstarter. It's a new game that they just made. Hope you like it. You can find it by Brother James, Torpedo Dice.
Quick clarification for y'all. That's what happens when you leave a 11-year-old girl in the room alone with a microphone and not proper instruction. Anyways, Torpedo Dice is currently a prototype that is being published by Stratus Games. It will actually be in Casual Game Revolution's winter episode of Casual Game Isider, a quarterly magazine that Casual Game Revolution does that talks about different games, so you can play it there. But anyways, go ahead and subscribe or whatnot, and you can make sure you get the episode or whatnot.
It's called Music to My Feet that I made up. So guys, check out my game. I made it just barely. I hope you guys like it. And then my dad's been playing this game lately. It's called Music 2. And it's really fun. You should try it out. Yay!
You'll never guess who's joining me for Family Funday Friday. Who is it?
Barbarian Leaf. And someday you have to make me my own account profile on this.
On what?
Facebook.
This isn't Facebook. This is a podcast.
Facebook or Twitter.
Interesting. Well, we didn't come on Family Funday Friday to talk about social media. We did come to talk about what?
Torpedo Dice. It's a dice game. You have to guess some dice. Or does it come with the dice?
I don't think it comes with the dice, but how do you play it?
The yellow, the yellow, I'll tell you some ability that I know still.
Well, let's tell them how to play before we get into the abilities, can we? How do we play? From the get-go.
We try to destroy the other submarine. Well, you can't do that if you don't know how to play.
Yeah, so before you get to the abilities, what do you do at first?
Do you see the red dots? Well, this has to be somewhere on the left.
Yeah, so you're trying to get rid of your opponent on the left.
This is their left. You know the ones you're holding? Well, this is your opponent's ship.
Yeah, so you have your opponent's ship in front of you, and you're trying to destroy the person to your left is your opponent if you have playing up to a 4-player game.
And you're trying to draw it, and the gray one means miss.
Okay. And so how do you play? Like, how do you start the game?
The first person rolls the dice.
Okay, so you roll a dice.
All of them.
Yeah, so and you have one more dice than the amount of players you have playing. And then what happens after you roll the dice?
The first person who rolled the dice gets to pick first. Then it goes in order that who rolled the dice.
Yeah, so you draft the dice, and then what do you do with the dice after you get them?
You use them for the red line. You can try to on accident use them on the gray one. That will means mist. There's like a mist board.
Yeah, so if you miss them, you have to color a torpedo in on the side.
If it gets all the way down to the skeleton head, you're dead.
Yeah, you lose the game. And so what you do is your dice, use a D6, and you use a D6, and you imagine that it's a grid of 9, and a grid of 9 dots, and the ones where there's not a dot, those are misses.
And whoever first kills the first person wins, and the game's done. The first person wins, or the first person dies.
Okay.
Even by the torpedo.
So you roll the dice, and then you have to fill in the white ones or gray ones. What did you say?
Both.
Yeah.
Oh, you try to not fill in the gray ones.
Yeah, you're trying to fill in the red ones so you can knock out your opponents. And you keep talking about special abilities. What can you tell us about those, Barbarian Leaf?
There's the yellow one that I know. I mean, you can copy your opponent. You don't have to roll. You get a copy theirs.
Yeah, so under your...
it's the goodest move ever. If they have a 6, you get a 6.
Yeah, so it's on the bottom of the screen underneath your submarine is a list of the different abilities, and actually those abilities represent parts. No, not parts. Sections of your submarine, and people are trying to take them out. It reminds me of Battleship, but instead of taking out the other people's battleships, you're taking out other portions of their submarines. And
there's you see the tail. What was it called again?
The tail is the propeller, but as I was saying, those portions of their ships, they are each tied to a special ability, and when your opponent to your right, because you're taking out the next person to the left, the opponent to the right, when they knock out an area, that you cross that off, the other person has to cross that off of their special abilities on the bottom.
Yeah, but the propeller will let you roll extra time.
It lets you re-roll, so you can re-roll.
And the one with the 3 dots, you'll see 3 windows. The window lets you get 4 in a line. Like, if you have 5, and you see this, well, you can't see because we're doing podcast. Well, if you see the yellow, you'll miss only once.
Yep, so you get a window, so yeah. And then there's also torpedoes. There's one that allows you to take one of the dots off, and one that allows you to add one of the dots. And so I'm trying to think who won the game. Who won the game, Barbarian Leaf?
Me.
Me?
No, me.
Me. Who, me?
Me,
Whose name?
me.
Whose name won?
Me.
Okay, so I guess I won the game, so
No,
that was fun.
I won.
Oh, you won. Oh, okay, Barbarian Leaf won the
No,
game.
I won. Me.
Interesting. So
You lost because I defeated you. I killed you.
he sunk my battleship. No, he sunk my submarine. Or yeah, we played against Princess Leaf as well. So, what did you think of Torpedo Dice, the roll and write game?
It was a fun game.
You liked it?
Yeah, I give it 50 leaves.
50 Leafs, cool. What would you tell your friends about Torpedo Dice, the roll and write game?
I'll tell them bring dice.
Yeah, bring your own dice. It doesn't come with dice, so
Like
that's
why?
cool. What?
Couldn't they make paper of dice?
I guess you
Because
can make
this
your
is
own
made
paper
paper
dice.
die.
Interesting. And if this game were on Kickstarter or somewhere where you had to get it, well, actually, it is going to be in Casual Game Isider's Winter Edition. So would you tell people to subscribe to that magazine so they could get a copy of this game?
How can I tell them because I'm not old enough? And I don't have my own profile. How
They're
can-
listening to you. Would you tell them?
I guess. Because I
Okay.
can't tell them. If I would like to change about it, I would like them to change that you get some circles, wounds. What was it called? Tokens. So you can put on what you eat, gray and red.
Oh, you'd put tokens instead of you wouldn't have them write in and fill the paper?
Yeah, so you don't have to erase it, and there will be a little pencil. And
Yeah, imagine you could do it on
tokens.
Yeah, or you could do it on one of the
and-
papers that you erase
And
easier.
it would be cool if they made it with people, and if they take out the people, you can move your people, and
So you would pretty much make it into a real game. But anyways, yeah, it's a roll and write game. And you said you'd give it 50 leaves. They should subscribe to the magazine. Would you play this game?
I guess.
Oh, that's cool. So you've got a ringing endorsement from Barbarian Leaf. Would you, even if you would have lost, would you have still played it again?
I guess.
Yeah, so he liked it, so that's good. How about you go get Princess Leaf and we can ask her what she thinks?
Oh, okay.
Now we've got Princess Leaf to tell us what she thought of Torpedo Dice, the roll and write game from Stratus Games.
Hi.
Hi, what did you think about Torpedo Dice?
It was fun.
Will you play it again?
Yes.
And what would you tell your friends? Would you tell them to subscribe to Casual Game Isider so they can get this game in the winter issue?
Yeah.
And what would you tell your friends about it?
I just told you
What's that?
that I would tell them to subscribe to the Insider to get them in their magazine.
Awesome. And do you think you'll play this again?
I said yes.
Okay, so you will play it again?
Mm-hmm.
And how many leaves would you give Torpedo Dice?
At least 20.
At least 20. So you liked it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Any final thoughts on Torpedo Dice, the roll and write game?
It should probably be for older kids.
Like how older?
At least 7.
I think they say 8 to 8 plus.
It seems like a 7-year-old could play this.
Yeah, they might be able to, but yeah, I think they put it for 8 and older. So yeah, so that's awesome. Well, thank you for joining us on
Getting Geeky with Game Relief. Family Funday Friday.
I'm slipping in my old age. As you remember, or maybe you don't, I said I suffer from short-term memory loss before Dory from Finding Nemo did. But anyways, what did I think about Stratus Games' new roll and write Torpedo Dice? Well, I'm not sure if the head of our game group is listening, Chris, who runs Stratus Games. But either way, I'll be honest with you. And this is not me sucking up to our game master or lead game or head game. I don't know if he'd be a game guru or just our local game group leader, I guess. All hail Chris James. No, this is not me sucking up. I really enjoyed it. Before we played this one, he had us play another roll and write game. I don't remember what it was called over at our game group. I thought it was okay, and then the other night we played Azul. I missed this. I came in as they were just finishing up playing Torpedo Dice together, and so we played Azul during our last, and I thought I saw a bit of what they were doing, so I wasn't sure what they were doing with Torpedo Dice. So we played Azul and some other games. Also played Drop It. That was pretty fun. I like Drop It, where you put the shapes in and drop them and get different points depending on where that is. We'll have to get that one and review that for you too, or maybe I'll borrow it from him. But that was a really fun game. I really liked that. But so I didn't get to play this during game night. I actually went over to his house and he showed me how to play Torpedo Dice. I snuck out of getting the rule and reading the rule books. He did send me the PDF of the rules, but Game Relief and rules. But I went over and learned how to play it with him. I think he ended up beating me. And then I also played it with my kids, as you saw, or listened, I guess. And I ended up losing there as well. But I really liked it. Torpedo Dice. So they told you how to play, but you're trying to take out the different systems of the ship. Once you got the first person who has the other person's, all the red dots on the ship taken out, or the first person to get enough misses to get down to the skeleton bones loses. That's how you figure it out. And I really enjoy it. I don't know if we mentioned this in our review, me and the kids, I don't think so. But you take a D6 and you look at the D6 and you imagine it's a 3x3 grid, so there's 9 spots in it. Anywhere there is not a spot, if you were in this imaginary grid, that would be a miss. So per se you have a 5, then you get, a miss is when you don't hit the ship. But anywhere there's a dot, that's what the points are. And so you have to take into account there's a few spots that are not covered on the thing. So when you put those on the ship and it translates real easily. There's about, 8 secret moves. And once somebody knocks out your system, they have to tell you, and then you have to knock out that secret move that correlates with that. They have some really cool secret moves. I'll wait till you get the game so you can find out. The best one, I think, is putting all of your dice in a straight row, the window, so they try to take that out pretty quickly. But I really liked it, even though I've lost twice. If I would have to see if he can print me up another one that we can laminate these and be able to play it over and over again. That would be one thing I would do, because it was really cool. I really liked it. It was a little struggle for us to find dice. I think we ended up having to take them out of one of our other games. Luckily, Lady Leaf remembered a game that had quite a few dice, so we were able to steal them. And I remembered to put them back, so she'll be happy with that whenever we get to playing the game that I stole them from. So that's always a plus. But yeah, I really liked it. Torpedo Dice from Stratus Games. Like I've said over and over again, it will be in their winter issue of Casual Game Revolution. I wouldn't recommend it we tried to play it with our 4.5, almost 5-year-old. She played a little bit, and what was fun is when the kids were bored, because I was showing them the rules and stuff until they got into it, they were able to draw pictures on the back of their game boards. Little Leaf ended up doing that for most of the game at the end, and then just took off, and they would like to erase them and stuff, and so yeah, there was that as well. But yeah, I really like it. Would I play it again? Most definitely. I just told you I'd play it again. I want to get it laminated and be able to use marker so we can play over and over again. Plus, I got to see, Lady Leaf told me that she would sink my submarine in so many words. It was probably not that nice put, but we like to get after each other in games. So no, don't worry about our marriage or anything. And then, let's see here. Would I play it again? Would I go ahead and subscribe to the winter episode or would I subscribe so I can get this game? I think I might just have to talk to Chris about that. So I'm going to plead the fifth on that. And then Would I play it again? I said I'd play it again. What would I tell my friends? I would tell them definitely I like this game. The only thing I might change about it, but I think it's really good because with attacking the next person to your left, I guess you could always change seats or whatnot, but in our family, we like to go for Lady Leaf. So everybody would have to be sitting to her right. We'd have to get like a weird table, and it would be all funky because everybody would be trying to go after Mom, and she would still end up beating us. So that would be a little rough, but I might change that. But otherwise, I really liked Torpedo Dice. It was fun, fast. Well, not fast for me because I had to explain to 3 kids how to play and what to do and so on and so forth. But once they got it, it went pretty well. I had to keep making sure they were following the rules, but I think Barbarian Leaf, he really took it and went with it, and it was fun and exciting. So yeah, I definitely do recommend Torpedo Dice. I'll have to see if we can get that back at our game group again. And once again, if you're thinking that I'm just saying I like it because my all-powerful game leader, that is not the case. I didn't tell him, but I don't like Azul. But he's not the creator of Azul. But it was okay. I think I might have to play Azul again just so I can get a little bit more hang of it. But I didn't really care for it. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me. I agree to disagree. But I think you might like Torpedo Dice if you like roll and write games. But anyways, what else do we got? Oh, I got a special treat coming up for you in Adventures in Application Acquisition. You're just going to have to hang on for one more moment.
Welcome to Adventures in Application and Acquisition.
Today we're talking with Little Leaf, or Queen Leaf. Yeah, Queen Leaf. I don't know why you didn't remember. But we're talking to her about an application she's been playing on my phone. Who you been calling on my phone?
Nobody, but I've been playing Dr. Panda.
Dr. Panda. What can you tell us about Dr. Panda?
It has fun things.
Like what?
You get a queen, do stuff that they need you to, and you can move the characters if they're trying to sweep or vacuum.
Why would you try to sleep or sweep?
Sweep.
Oh, not sleep? Yeah, why would they make a game where you nap, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be silly. So, do you like Adventures in... No. Do you like Dr. Panda?
Yeah, but I love the Barbie game on the Kindle. I can't go on the Kindle, though.
Oh, you're grounded from the Kindle?
No, I can't go on the Kindle because...
Snack leaves. What? Okay, so you don't go on the Kindle? Well, that's cool.
What's our big brother?
Snack leaf?
Snack leaf? It's snack leaves.
Oh, so you don't go on it? That's nice of you.
I don't feel like going on it anymore, but I'll do only snack leaf's file.
Oh, he has his own file?
Yeah, it's the dinosaur one.
Oh, what's the dinosaur?
He loves dinosaurs.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, back to Dr. Panda. Is that a fun game?
Yeah, he even has snack leaf. Even has it on his Kindle.
Wow, it must be exciting. So I guess you can get it.
Different games of it.
Oh, wow, it must be exciting. So you can get it on Android and iOS from the sounds of it.
Yeah, and even a cooking one and a washing one and different ones.
So it's mainly chores, but you're dressed up like a panda, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That's a stupid... You're dressed up as animals.
Oh, animals? What kind of animals are you?
Monkeys, kitties, elephants, any kind of animals.
Not pandas?
Yeah, Dr. Panda is a panda.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why it's named Dr. Panda. What would you tell your friends about Dr. Panda? What would you tell
It's supposed to be doctor, but it has a panda in it.
Oh, that's funny. What would you tell your friends about Dr. Panda?
I would say buy it if you like it.
Was it free?
I don't know. I've never been to the App Store before.
Oh, good. You're too young to go to the App Store, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Only Princess Leaf let me into the App Store once on her iPad.
Yeah, you shouldn't go to the App Store if you're under...
She's grounded from it.
Yeah, she's grounded from the App Store. Yeah, so you shouldn't go to the App Store if you're under a certain age.
Jinx, you can't talk now. We both said App Store. Jinx.
I got jinxed, so the podcast is over now. Thanks for joining us, Queen Leaf.
Podcast isn't over. Remember my Barbie game?
Yeah, tell us all about it.
It has so many Barbies. You have to dress it up.
Okay, how do you do that?
Dress the Barbies up, and you can also put their accessories on and move them, and also move their arms.
Is this a game you're designing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So we'll have to tell Mattel that Queen Leaf is ready to make a Barbie game for you. Is it going to be an app or a board game?
A board game? Barbie is gonna so like it. I'm gonna make a pink board game.
Okay, so watch out for Queen Leaf with Barbie the board game coming to you in 20 years.
You have to win it and you get so many points. You can even make another Barbie game and it will be so fun! And I love it.
Well, so we can go running, we better call this episode short. Tell them thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming!
Go ahead and get geeky.
Go ahead and get geeky and stay geeky and bring applications to the dance floor or Barbie floor!
Or
Booyah!
bring others to the Geek Fold. We'll catch y'all on the
Flip Barbie side!
or flip side. Thank you, Queen Leaf. Have a good day.
Bye-bye! Sorry, but I needed to tell you something else. You can also talk for them. Bye-bye. Actually, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, between us, stay geeky, get geeky, and bring others into the Geek Fold. Gamer Leaf and Princess Leaf out. Catch you on the, you guessed it, flip side.
Game over. Tune in next week to see if Gamer Leaf and Dreams are respawned.